When the Ohio Dominican Panthers women's basketball team take the court, they will have a new head coach this year. Thanks for joining us for this GLIAC women's basketball preview of the Ohio Dominican Panthers. This is Todd Bell, and joining us is Lynsey Warren, and Coach, first year here guiding the Panthers. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the GLIAC. As assistant coach last year, now you're the head coach at Ohio Dominican, and already have started the preseason practices, and the conditioning is all done. How about opening up your first camp as a head basketball coach?
It's been a challenge. It's been, a lot all at once, but it's been very, very fun and exciting as well. The girls have, come in really excited to get things started and then had to adjust to new situations and a new staff, and they've done very well with it.
That's always the interesting thing when you are a new head coach. You come in and you really want to put your stamp on the program, the way you want things to run. The girls, of course, knowing you as an assistant coach a year ago, at least had an idea, but you were able to kind of change some things up going into this year. Definitely,
and I think the biggest part of it all is me being true to myself, and me figuring out what that is this year will be, a huge task, and trying not to stray too far from that, and really figuring out what it is that I want exactly.
Third year in the conference now for Ohio Dominican. The last 2 years have shown some glimmers of hope. What are you trying to do now to change the expectation level of this program from being a team that's kind of in the middle of the pack in the South to really trying to challenge moving forward?
I think really it's creating a culture of winning and, just that championship mentality. And that has to happen from conditioning to weightlifting to the classroom to practice every day. And just really getting better and driving it home that these girls need to learn what it takes, and I think they're really ready to do that.
Yeah, how about the dedication so far of the players? Have you seen that so far from the summer conditioning and now into the first week of practice?
Definitely. It's transitioned really well, from the preseason to practices.
What is a Lynsey Warren basketball team?
Well, Todd, we'll figure that out this year. I know I'll be figuring that out, but I think, the biggest part is the dedication, the commitment, the trust within the team, and that you'll be able to see that on the court. That we are so much a family, so much together off the court, that we really trust each other on the court, and we can succeed.
How much of you on the court have you taken to the sidelines as a head coach?
Oh, definitely so much. I think so much in terms of what I like to do as a player and what I liked coming from my coaches. So it's definitely me as a player transitioning to that sideline role.
You've also added a new assistant coach in Jessie Carmack, who's no stranger to Ohio Dominican, as she played here as a player, came from Thomas & More in Cincinnati as an assistant coach, and now she's going to be your right-hand man.
Jessie has been a wonderful addition. She's come in and fit right in with the girls, and she's really allowed me to figure out a lot of things and helped me be comfortable in her tasks and allowing me to really grow myself too.
I'm sure a lot of first-year coaches would really like to lean on some seniors to help be the big-time leaders and make that transition. You don't have that luxury. Interesting situation without a senior on this basketball team.
Definitely. And what I tell the girls is that it makes them grow up a little bit faster. You don't have that senior who it falls on. You don't have that senior who you can look to and say, well, she's going to do it. So it makes our juniors and our sophomores grow up a little bit faster, and I have all the faith that we have a good group of juniors that are ready to take on that role.
And you do have a nucleus of players who saw a lot of playing time last year. You had a freshman in Casey Hockenberry who started every game at the point guard position, which will be a nice luxury to have for you. You've also added a nucleus of the one thing that this team was lacking was size, and you've really added that with the incoming freshman class.
Definitely. We have some really solid returners who got a lot of experience last year, and I'm really excited to see them develop even more this year. And then our freshmen coming in, it'll be interesting to see who can transition their post play into the collegiate level. I think that'll be the testament of who's going to see the most playing time.
And I'm sure you spent a lot of time with some of those post players playing that position yourself in college. How have they come along?
So far, so good, and we'll see. We've done a lot of half court stuff, and once we get into the full court, it gets a little chaotic. But getting them to think through the game and play through a lot of those kind of cobwebs.
We already know that this conference can be a major challenge. Michigan Tech 2 years ago plays in the national championship game out of the North. Ashland represented the conference, played in the national championship game coming from our division in the South. We know the level of this conference, and it's a challenge night in and night out.
Definitely, and again, it's exactly where we want to be. We want to play against the best to, get to the top of the conference and to play beyond the conference.
All right, Coach. Best of luck in your first year at Ohio Dominican.
Thank you, Todd.
Thanks for joining us for this GLIAC women's basketball preview of the Ohio Dominican Panthers.